Okay, Thor just split multi-eternity, forced an elder god to the far shore, and is about to fight God of Stories Loki. A lot of shit goes down in this issue. I'm excited to talk about this. Before we get into it, smash the like button, run up the likes as much as you possibly can. Fuck a like goal, just as much as you can, and as many comments as you can post. Really helps my channel get into the algorithm. We're on the road to 30K. Thank you so much for the love and support. Now, getting into this video, this is, of course, on Immortal Thor issue 2. I brought a new editing style. I brought a new delivery style. I'm excited to show it off for you guys. Without further ado, let's knock out the story. This second issue throws us a bit of a curveball off rip because it has to do with Odin at first. This is revisiting the story of Odin and how he retrieved the all-knowledge and the all-power. Furthermore, what truly is knowledge? Knowledge and power are simply words and descriptors the human race uses to try to understand creation. However, they can't fathom the all-knowledge, or knowledge that comes from something like Yggdrasil, whose crown literally stretches to the furthest edge of creation. Odin himself, at a young age, made sacrifices to achieve this level of knowledge and power. We then see this be stated to not only will happen once to prevent the winter from coming, but Odin's own children will one day make the same exact sacrifice. We are immediately thrown back to current events. If you didn't see the first issue coverage, go check out this video and come back to this. But Thor is fighting Toros, the Utgard Thor, or a god beyond gods. And in this fight, Thor is using the all-power and everything he possibly has to stop Toros, and the problem with this is the all-sleep is encroaching upon him. That is, using such power is literally a god-fatiguing moment. So he's trying to fight off a sleep that every god has to endure if they use such a power, including, most famously, Odin, who's always fucking taking a nap. We see Toros making fun of him. He's like, dude, you think you're a fucking hotshot? Your all-power's not really doing shit to me. You are a micro-god. And he's talking crazy to Thor. This is when Thor realizes, at this point, he can't win a straight-up brawl with an elder god. It's not even a god. He's beyond gods. It just would not work. So he has to come up with a different method to win. This is the point when Thor shows how much smarter he's got. He fires off a single bolt of lightning. This lightning makes Toros laugh. He's like, dude, this is what you sent to take me down? That's weak shit. That's weak body. You're not going to do nothing to me with that. Thor says, look, it's no longer a conventional brawl. We're changing the tone of the battle. And that single bolt split open multi-eternity to the point Thor now had access to the far shore. We are quite literally shown the far shore. Thor did that with one bolt of lightning while worn out. Holy shit. That is crazy. Let me know in the comments what you think about that feat of power casually from a worn out Thor. Insane. Thor then proceeds to say, Toros, I don't have to kill you here. I don't have to beat you in a brawl. I have to keep creation safe. That's my priority. And if that means getting you the fuck out of here and dealing with you later, that's what we're going to do. So clearly the point for Thor here is BFR, because this is just too much to handle right now. Now, at this point, Thor has no choice. He has to get in his fucking bag. He's in the trenches, down 3-0. He's got to make a play. He starts hitting Toros with everything he has, all the elements. And Toros is getting moved back. He's like, ah, shit, this little fucker's kind of moving me. And he's telling Thor, yo, you look exhausted. You're not capable of going toe-to-toe with me right now. I'm just going to sit this out. Look how weak you're getting. And Thor was indeed looking like he was about to faint. Then he hit him with the gotcha bitch 3000. I was only faking. The rope-a-dope. Thor did that shit. Hits Toros with a sudden all-out blast from all the elements. Rocks the shit out of Toros because obviously Thor has access to all the elements. He's not just using lightning. And he throws Toros through the portal to the far shore, giving him at least a little bit of time to come up with a way to kill something like that or deal with it. He has to keep 616 protected for now and DFR it. We'll deal with that later. Alright, I have to tell you guys as my subscribers, this next part, you're not allowed to sit down. You better stand the fuck up because it's about to get real. So Thor, at this point, realizes there's some crazy shit gunning for him. He has to get out of there. He has to save his people. He BFRs himself. Where's he go? The gray side of the moon. If you don't know what that is, the Inhumans built it at one point to protect themselves. Now it is back because Thor has taken himself there in case he gets jumped. He's talking to himself. He's saying, look, if I get jumped, fuck it, I'm going out how I can. I'm not holding back this time. The all sleep is upon me. I need a magic miracle, but we don't have time for miracles. We just have to time to hope we clutch up. And at that point, Loki, his brother, appears before him. And he says, Thor, do you trust me? And do you trust my loyalty to you? Thor's like, what? It's kind of random. He thinks about it and he says, yeah, I trust you, Loki. Loki goes, okay, do you trust me as a loyal servant of Asgard? Thor goes, yeah, Loki, I trust you. I'd say I do. Loki goes, cool. Do you trust me as your sibling who loves you? This is where it's getting a little weird, right? Because when Loki tells you he loves you or hates you, that an extreme emotion like that, something crazy is about to happen. And Thor's like, oh, I don't know if I like where this is going, but yes, I love you too. Loki, you're my brother. I brought you back to life because I'll always love you. You always have a spot in my heart, no matter what beef happens. And Loki goes, okay, awesome. Now, do you love me? And do you trust me as your enemy? And Thor, at that moment, was subjected to every memory he has of Loki. All the horrible things Loki has done to him in Asgard and creation itself throughout the years. Loki, the god of mischief. He's always been a hooligan. But at that point, no matter all the horrible memories he has, he still loves Loki. And there's some subconscious part of Thor that will always trust Loki. And he says, yes, Loki, I trust you as my enemy. And we see at this point, Loki is shifting. He's starting to change into God of Stories Loki. And that's when we see Thor kind of take control of the conversation. And he's real tired at this point. And he goes, Loki, I need you to ask yourself, as my sibling and as a king, you know I'm tired. You know I don't have time for mercy and holding back. So do you trust yourself to fight something like me? And that's when we see him fully transform into God of Stories Loki, floating above Thor. And it states, all stories, no matter how good or bad, and all tales must come to an end. And this is set up for a clash between God of Stories Loki and all-power Thor. So, what do I think about this issue? First of all, amazing issue. Had a blast reading it. A lot going on. Stories developing amazingly. I personally think the Utgard made a mistake. I think they believed God of Stories Loki was coming for them directly, and they thought they could just neg that. I think he's going to Thor to create a narrative in which Thor has a chance to win. Because Thor might not have the narrative mumbo-jumbo that Loki can do, but he's strong as shit, and he's swinging until he dies. You want someone like that in your corner, and I believe Loki's using him to save creation, to save himself, all the stories, just like he wants to save his own self, you know? Like, he needs Thor to clutch up, or else everything's doomed. And we know from Defenders Beyond, Loki loves his stories. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Did you enjoy this issue? Did you enjoy my coverage of it? Which content are you looking forward to seeing from me? Definitely let me know. I enjoyed making this video, and I will see y'all later. Peace.